What's up guys, Fuse Legion. I know I haven't come out with many sunroom vlogs lately, but I just letting you know I am still doing it, okay? So don't worry. Today I was thinking I could talk about something pretty personal that I don't really tell a lot of people because I'm very embarrassed about it, but I could not control it. I've controlled it now. You can guys see I'm not acting weird on camera or anything like that. After you guys hear about what I had. So, let's get straight into that story. It's true, I crave you. So, if you guys don't know, my dad was in the military, and he was stationed in Italy. So, he signed legal documents to bring us along, bring the family along, and so we lived there for 3 years, and I was 5 years old when we moved there. And then one day I woke up. I was 6 years old. I woke up and I went into the kitchen, and then I started doing this weird thing. I started moving my shoulder like this. And then I liked it. It felt good, so I kept on doing it. I know it's kind of weird, but I kept doing it until it got out of hand, and I started freaking out and doing other things. And so my parents brought me to the hospital, and I had been diagnosed with Tourette syndrome. Tourette syndrome, if you guys don't know what Tourette syndrome is, here's a definition of Tourette syndrome. And Tourette syndrome can be many things. Tourette syndrome, you can have stuttering as a Tourette syndrome. You can have tics, like I had, as a Tourette syndrome. So, the background with that, having Tourette syndrome is actually really hard, and it isn't really something to laugh about. Because between my brother and I was born with way more problems than he was, so I know I look normal on the camera and everything, but my life is totally different than what you guys think it is. And some of you may know, because I go to school with you, but, it was hard for me, because I actually had Tourette syndrome up until the point in which I was in 7th grade, and then it completely stopped. And I just took control of it, and so I'm good now. I mean, that started in 2nd grade. I had Tourette syndrome for 5 years, but it was really hard for me to make friends because everyone thought I was weird. Everyone thought I was weird because I'd always move my head like this, and I'd blink my eyes, and then I'd go like this a lot, something, and people thought I was too robot or chicken-like to hang around. Girls never liked me. I didn't have a lot of friends until I got into 3rd grade, and I met this kid named Mike. He was a really, really good friend of mine. He and I hung out a lot during recess, and he was one of the first friends that I had when I came back because he accepted me as a person. And he and I are still friends up until this day. He and I are the best of friends up until this day. And another friend I also made during it, he was in the Swatted video. His name is Drew. I made friends with him in 3rd grade also. He and I hang out up until this day now. And he's one of my best friends too. And then, in 4th grade, I was still doing the tics. It was getting a little better, but not as well. And then, we heard about this new kid in the school. And he had just come from McMinnville, Oregon. And it was this kid, kind of small. I didn't really know who he was. And then he went into this teacher called Miss Lawrence's class, and this was in 4th grade. I didn't really know him up until 5th grade when it started getting worse. And then I decided randomly to invite him to one of my birthday parties, and he and I became best friends from that moment. And that was really special because those three friends, those mainly those three friends were the friends that I would be with for possibly the rest of my education and possibly the rest of my life. And they were my best friends because they accepted me as a person. They helped me take control to be the person who I am today. So I really want to give a big thanks to them because I couldn't really do this without them, and including my parents. My parents played a big role in it. They brought me to a psychologist, in which that psychologist helped me out, and I'm so thankful now because I've made so many more friends, and you have no idea how happy I am because I was so sad. I started getting depressed because I had no friends, because people only saw me as some kind of weirdo, and I had Tourette syndrome in 6th grade. Kids were making fun of me and they were calling me a crackhead because I always went like this all the time and I blinked my eyes like this a lot. And you know, those friends, Drew, Jackson, and Mike, they're friends that mean a lot to me. They really do. Because, you know, I've said it a lot. They accepted me as a person for who I was, no matter what I did, how I acted, or what I looked like. And, you know, I've known Jackson for 5 years. I've known Drew since kindergarten. I've known him for 9 years now. And then Mike, I found out he and I were the best of friends in 6th grade. That's when I found out. Before I moved to Italy, I knew him when I was 3. Yep, his dad was the one who sold our house. So the house that I'm living in today, actually, I've been living in this house for 10 years. You know, that's kind of all I had to say. I mean, it was really sad, you know, because I couldn't control it. And, you know, I mean, I know it doesn't really sound like much, but I had it for 5 years. I'm so glad I'm done with it, and I'm so glad I got to share with you guys about this. So, you know, I still have this tick where I do this sometimes, or I say yeah a lot. I say yeah, I do that a lot, and, you know, it was great to just share with you guys about the personal encounters that I've had. But thank you, Jackson, Mike, and Drew. You guys are my best friends, okay? And I want to let you guys know that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like if you did. Comment on anything I can do to make my videos better. And I'll see all you peeps in the next video.